Hey everyone, we are back in the craft room today and we're going to be making a couple of Merry Martini glasses and for the holidays. And I found these glasses with, it's got a green, kind of a green tint to it, and I thought they were pretty cute, but I thought maybe we needed to dress them up a little bit for the holidays, and that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to show you two different ways to do it. Alright, I'm going to take the first one, and with this one we're going to do red on both of them, but the first, I'm going to glitter them, and this is a chunkier, inexpensive glitter that I found. And if you're doing a lot of them, that would be the way to go. So I'm going to take some Mod Podge, and you could just use regular white glue for this as well, because that's what we'll be using on the next one, and cover the whole thing, the whole stem. You don't want, I'm not doing anything on the top here because I don't want this to get in the way of actually using the glass, and we don't want it to be, we don't want to have to worry about whether anything is food safe or people actually eating glitter or anything like that. So cover the whole stem with the Mod Podge, and then working in a tray I'm going to use the glitter, and this is so I can put any excess glitter back into the container so we don't waste any. And I'm going to just sprinkle it all on there and make sure it's good and covered. And as I've said in the past, if there's some areas that seem a little bare or didn't quite get enough coverage, then you can always touch that up after it dries. You can shake off any excess that didn't quite stick. And you can do a second layer if you think you want a second layer. And then all you do with this is just set it aside to dry. Depending on what I'm using it for, I like the different glitters. Like the one over here is a chunky glitter with white glue, and this is a very fine glitter with the white glue. And for the second glass we're going to do the fine glitter, just because I thought it would be fun to do a little bit more of a design. And what I'm going to do, and you can free hand whatever you want to do, I'm just doing I'm going to lay it down, and I'm going to just make stripes around it, around the stem. Okay, I've got the stripes on there, and I'm going to start with the very fine glitter and put it on the stripes. While the glue is wet, of course, and it'll stick right in there. Get all of the glue covered. Tap off any excess. Now, you're going to use your white glue again, and you're going to do any design that you want. You could do like swirls or whatever. I'm going to just do simple polka dots. And I'm going to go, to kind of get them evenly spaced, I go from one side to the other, to the other, to the other, and then I'll go down, down, and I'm going to put little ones all around the bottom edge. Okay, and they aren't perfect. I don't care because glitter makes everything look good. And then go ahead and just throw your glitter on top of your polka dots. Now tap off any excess right back into your bowl. Being careful not to touch any of the wet glue and glitter. Here is the polka dots, and it looks pretty cute to me, and I'm going to set these both aside to dry overnight, or at least 8 hours, just because I want to make sure it really is dry. So I'll do that. We'll come back and I'll show you how to make it really permanent and easy to take care of. I'm back to finish the Merry Martini glasses, and what I've done is I've taken the Easy Cast resin and I've mixed some. I've taken some just water bottle caps, and I put 3 together just to raise the glass off of the parchment paper. That way it won't pool around it, it'll drip under, and we can kind of wipe that as it drips, and eventually it'll stop and we won't have to do that anymore. And I've done the same with the other one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the glass with the one hand and make sure it's clean. And this is going to get a little bit messy. And I'm going to take the resin, and before I do that, I'm just going to let you know that I did brush off the glitter, any excess glitter off of here, but you'll never get all of it with the fine glitter, all of it off. So some of that you're just going to have to accept. So I'm going to take, I have a popsicle stick, and I'm going to just drip it around here. And it's going to cover all of that glitter so it won't be loose glitter. When you get to this point, you can still kind of do the same thing. Let it drip off. You know, you can go all the way to the top here, let it drip off. Oops. And what I'm going to do is put it down on the holder that I have. You just want it to be stable enough. And I'm going to do kind of the same thing, but I'm going to go around and drip the resin and just let it kind of work its way off and drip off. Okay, and we're going to just let that drain off onto the parchment paper until it's ready. And now I'm going to do the same basic thing with the other one. And I'm going to drip it right onto the glass and the glitter. And it's going to encapsulate all that glitter so that it will not go anywhere. And the nice thing with the resin is that then you can, you know, submerge it in water and it's no big deal. You're not going to get anything falling off. I don't think I'd be putting it in the dishwasher. Okay, make sure you have all the edges covered and everything, you know, double check your glasses and make sure that they're all good and covered. And then we're going to let this dry overnight. And periodically wipe the bottom edges with a disposable paintbrush so you don't end up with big globs hanging down. After doing that a few times, it will stop dripping and you can set it directly on a clean section of parchment paper. It's the next morning and the martini glasses are finished. And I just wanted to show you another tip that I should have done. Is just wrap the head of the martini glass in a little cling wrap, and that way if you get some resin and stuff on your fingers and you're trying to manipulate it and move it around, you're not going to leave a permanent resin fingerprint on your glass. So here is the finished piece. I don't know if you can tell or not, there a little bit of resin did get underneath, which you want to try to avoid, but it's almost impossible. So what I did do, because it comes out a little cloudy being on the parchment paper, is I put a little bit of clear nail polish on there, and that makes it almost unnoticeable, especially if it's standing on a surface. But the other thing, which I probably will do, is now that this part is dry and isn't going to drip down, I can put a very thin layer of resin on the bottom here, leave it to dry, and that will turn out shiny and you'll never even know that that was there. So that probably is what I will do, and then it'll kind of level itself out, and I'll do a very, very thin coat. And here is just the plain glitter one, which also turned out nice. Now it is still a little bit lumpy, but none of the glitter is coming off. It's all well adhered and encapsulated in there. But I wanted to show you the difference between this is with the triple thick and this is with the resin. So you can tell it is a lot brighter and a lot more shiny and shimmery than the other one. This one is much easier. This one is a little bit prettier, I think, and probably a little more durable. So those are our Very Merry Martini glasses. I hope you like them. Hope you give it a try. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. We will see you next time. Happy holidays, happy crafting, and thank you for watching.